art and character designs provided by Demon Artie. Be sure to follow her over on Twitter at ArtieDemon. Want to be first to have access to early artwork, concept sketches, exclusive art that can't be seen anywhere else? Then support Demon Artie over on her Patreon. Link in description below. Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 Podcast. I am your host, Crimson Sin. Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. So we have a Teen Titans Go review. I honestly thought this crossover episode was going to be a Thundercats Roar episode, so I was waiting to review it as it aired. But apparently it's a Teen Titans Go episode, so I'm going to just do it now because there's no continuity or anything, especially Thundercats Roar. It doesn't matter what order you watch the episodes in because it just doesn't matter. This is just a weird episode because normally when you do these kinds of things, they team up, they do something, they fight a bad guy. Oh, the Teen Titans have to fight Mumra, and the Thundercats have to fight, Trigon or something. No, it's not even a story. It's just let me poke you in the eye for not liking Thundercats Roar. It's kind of like an infomercial. Like infomercials will start out with a problem, and then this thing is the solution, and everyone ends up loving the item at the end. That's pretty much what this is. So it's just like a big commercial, and it just makes you feel like you didn't address any of the issues, and because if you don't like Teen Titans, if you don't like Thundercats Roar, you are a bad, horrible person, and if you did like it, then you're the good it's very they accuse the other by doing the same exact thing that they did. So the people who like Thundercats Roar are no better than the people who hated it. Instead of taking the high road, they just go lower. But the episode opens up and Teen Titans, here's the thing, I don't think Teen Titans Go is that bad. It has silly moments, but at least it's animated well and the characters aren't horrifically ugly to look at. And there's actually some generally really funny episodes. But we open up and we get the Thundercats kind of opener. First, it's just Starfire sitting on the couch, and then you kind of hear the thunder, and they're all dressed up. All the other, Beast Boy, Raven, all of them are all dressed up as characters, and we kind of get a remake of the opener, the original opener, and it's actually pretty cool looking, especially Raven as Mumra. And I would say that just watch that very first part. It's actually pretty good. I actually really liked it. And these are you can tell they're real fans. So they talk about the original show a little bit and they show some screenshots and they go out of their way to try to show the more sillier moments. But there was really good actual lessons to be learned in Thundercats. I brought this up when I first reviewed the trailer for Thundercats Roar. There is a documentary, The Making of a Legend, Thundercats Ho! Go watch that. I'll link it in the description below, and I'll even have it up on the screen right now, the link. Watch that. And then go back and then tell me that Thundercats Roar is a good reboot. There's so much that went into this show. They actually hired a child psychiatrist to go over the script, to have lessons for children to learn, because they knew that a lot of kids would be watching cartoons. Instead of just giving them flash silliness and dumb jokes and just mindless action, they wanted to help teach kids lessons about loyalty, about responsibility, and then you weave it into the storyline so it's not bashed over your head, but kids will remember that. They don't bring that up here, because it would just make Thundercats Roar look even that worse. But so they're like, oh yeah, it was such a great cartoon, it totally changed my life. They go this over the top route. Thundercats, the original, was a great 80s cartoon. Yes, it had silly moments, and I was like, oh my god, it changed my life. But it did have some good lessons there, where with Lion-O was learning things, and I actually, Panthro was probably my favorite character in the original series because he was just, he was strong, and they tried to, by going so over the top with it, they're trying to diminish it. So they're gonna sit down and watch the new Roar. And as it's playing, this is actually funny. The looks on their faces, the looks on everyone's faces, they're like, my god, what the hell is this garbage? So the look on Beast Boy is just like, no. And Starfire loves it. She's never watched the original, which is just another weird aspect. You're saying, oh, you have to have no knowledge of the original to enjoy the new one. But that's counterintuitive to what they said originally. They said, oh, if you're fans of the original, you're going to love this too. But Starfire never knew the original and she loves it. So what's the mess? What are they trying to put out there? Ugh. But they're like this can't be the real thing. It's got to be fake. So they're like trying to check it out, and they realize that it is real. And they bring up stuff like, you know how we call people be like, oh, those soy boys and those vegans. So that's what they keep calling the animators and talk about how the animation is crap. It is garbage. The art and animation is so bad in Roar. It's some of the worst I've ever seen in my life. And they again talk about their bean mouths. Yeah, they do have. I love how the Titans bring up good points and they're never addressed. And so they're right. But then they get all crazy about it. Oh, and they're all pissed off all the time. And this is another route. Oh, you let a cartoon, make you so angry, guys. Why can't someone not like something without being crazy? It's only unabashed love is the only thing accepted. So is Starfire crazy and out of her mind for liking the show? Oh, no. The only crazy people are the people that don't like it. I really hate that sentiment that's even pushed a lot in on Twitter, stuff like that. Like, oh, I really dislike this movie because of this and that. Oh, what are you, stupid? It's just a movie. Just enjoy it. Well, I'm allowed to have an opinion just as much as you're allowed to love it. I'm allowed to hate it. Don't you? Both these things can exist, but they're letting it like ruin their lives. And then the same stupid arguments of they didn't make a cartoon exactly the way I wanted them to. Here's the thing, you don't have to do that, but they're not even close. They're not even in the same universe of how this should have been something decent. But then this is where they should have took the Starfire route, because she's trying to take the higher road. She's just like, oh, I thought it was fun and it had a lot of fun action and everything. And because she has no connection to the original, they should have took this argument of, hey, it's just a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a little goofy, but it's just meant to be a silly comedy show, not the action show like the original. But they don't go that way. I thought they were, but they really don't. But then, they bring up it's like, you haven't even watched the whole show completely. I watched 8 episodes so far, and it's awful. And I tell exactly why it's awful. But I love, this made me laugh because it's so true. So they go to go watch the episode. They start watching it within 2 seconds of the opening theme song. Rob was like, Frank, I forget it. I've seen enough. That's so funny because it's true, because that theme song freaking sucks. So they completely destroy the TV and everything, and they act like crazy people. Here's another argument, which is true, but then they play it up as they don't disprove it. So Raven goes, oh, just so everything's like silly, stupid action and it's okay for kids and the kids are smarter than you think. Then you show like a baby reading a book about advanced pooping. So they saying Roar's for babies? Like toddlers? Or... See what I'm saying here? Roar should be for everybody. This isn't like Dora the Explorer, like something that was like edutainment, Paw Patrol, for example. That's just something for little kids. So they're saying Roar is in the same category as those little kids, like Bubble Guppies or whatever? Or are they trying to say that, oh, Thundercats Roar's for everybody? It doesn't match up. So they admit that it's for babies. Well, what? Okay, so your action comedy show is for babies. They don't want to listen to the Starfire because it's stupid. And then this is another plot of the episode, which is, they go, we got to take it off the air. Nobody cares. This is what really happened was, people saw it, they watched a couple episodes, and they stopped watching. From what I understand is the show's not getting renewed, and then the ratings completely tanked around episode 7, 8, right? That's from what I understand. So this whole plot point here doesn't make any sense. Oh, we'll make a petition. Personally, petitions are stupid. Don't ever sign one. Don't bother with it. I get hit up with the change.org. Oh, we get to make a thing for this. No, shut the hell up. Nobody cares. So they're going to make a petition. Oh, we have to get 500 signatures. And then like Starfire's like, oh, that's not a lot of people. Oh, yes, it is. Then they signed the petition, but with a bunch of comments about like, your show's stupid. It's done with poop. And they're a bunch of poop heads. Because having your own opinions doesn't count, because it all just boils down to you're a poop head, right? Because I can't just honestly not like the show for actual real reasons. It's because you're a poop head. But then like even Beast Boy's like making fun of the fact that they're vegans, but isn't he in fact a vegan himself? Okay, whatever. I guess that's the joke. Then they go out and get a bunch of signatures from people, and it's all the stereotypical people. Oh, the big fat guy on his laptop because he's a big fat guy, because big fat guys watch cartoons. Aren't you a big old fat guy? Oh, the skinny guy who lives in a dumpster. Oh, he's a skeevy guy. He's going to sign this. Then there's this weird scene where this lady is walking, I'm assuming her son, He's acting like a dog, and he's in his underwear, and he's acting like an animal, and he signs it too. What? So you're saying fans of the original are all disgusting people, and no one of... Why even do that? This whole petition thing didn't need to happen. So they finally get it signed, and they send it off to Warner Brothers. And I like the fact that Warner Brothers has like a freaking, looks like a prison compound. What commentary is that? Then they shoot him a message back, and this is actually pretty funny because this is what companies actually do. Oh, thank you for interested in the show. Here's a picture of Bugs Bunny. That actually made me laugh because, you know what? I want a picture of Bugs Bunny. That'd be cool. But they're like, oh, how come they didn't listen to us? Why would a multi-billion-dollar corporation not listen to 500 people? Then they bring up the same thing. Oh, it's not the way I wanted it to be made. And Raven's like, I know how to fix this. She takes him to the world of Teen Titans. Not Teen Titans Go. Takes him to the world of Thundercats Roar. And we get the first episode. Or this will be the second episode, Exodus Part 2. And they just use this recycled animation of the Mummer fight. And people praise the action in the show. Here's the thing. The art is ugly. And sometimes, there's a big disclaimer. Sometimes the animation is very smooth. Sometimes. But most of the time it's not. And in the fights, you kind of get it a little bit, but then they kind of repeat the same kind of fight over. Every time they fight a big enemy, it's the same type of fight. Oh, they hit him a couple times. They throw Wily Cat throw bombs at him. Oh, Chitara runs around him real fast. It's the same kind of actions, and so it gets really old really fast. Then, seeing this not so great fight, the Teen Titans are like, oh, wow, this is freaking awesome. Even though we love it, it's still stupid. So this little 2-second mediocre fight scene changed their minds. What the heck? What? Because they ran out of time. They should have got rid of that petition part of the episode and just had them have an adventure together. That would have done way more wonders for advertising Roar than this stupid, I don't know, make fun of the fans thing. So they can't admit that they love the show so much because of one little part. Then they're like, oh, they're gonna go fight Lion-O. And like Lion-O's like dodging all these attacks and everything. Anyone who's watched Roar knows that Lion-O's an idiot and he doesn't know how to fight. So they're like, this whole next part's just a giant lie. And then he's like, whoa, why are you trying to fight me, people? Lion-O's the only one who talks. How pathetically cheap is that? Now the Thundercats don't even speak. Oh, you don't want to fight us? You know, we're pretty cool. We're pretty awesome. So they all start running at Lion-O. Lion-O hits them in one strike and they all go flying. And they smash into the wall. Where's this Lion-O? Why isn't Lion-O like this in the actual Roar? So this is fake pretend awesome Lion-O actually knows how to fight. Then the Teen Titans proceed to get their asses whooped by these goofy idiots who can't really fight. Wow. So Chitara beats the crap out of Raven. Tiger beats the crap out of Cyborg. Panther beats the crap out of freaking Beast Boy. And Beast Boy just turns into a puppy. Wouldn't it have been better if he would have turned into a cat? Wouldn't that have been funnier? Or a wolf instead of they just get their asses whooped. Then they do the same stupid thunder joke that they did in the first episode, and it wasn't funny then. Wasn't funny in Robot Chicken, wasn't funny in Roar, and it wasn't funny here. Then then Cyborg says the biggest lie in cartoon history. For every step towards comedy, they take 2 steps towards action. That silence was intentional because it is insane to say that. No one you cannot watch Thundercats Roar and say that's even close to being true. You can say that, hey, it has lots of fun, silly moments, but it has cool action scenes too. But to say it takes more steps towards action than comedy, that is unbelievably, unequivocally, demonstrably not true. But then Starfire begs the freaking Thundercats not to kill her friends. And then they're like, oh, hey, that's cool. And then we get the scene that everyone saw from, like, people were sharing this when it first aired. The real Lion-O shows up, and he's like, in heaven? I've come back from cartoon heaven or whatever. And then he's like cartoon afterlife. They can't say heaven, it's afterlife. And he's like, you've shown me that it's a worthy reboot. And they even meant... And anyone who doesn't think so is a poop head and has poop opinions. So, when all the people who said that the show sucks and you're an idiot for liking it are bad people for saying that, but you're a good person for saying the same exact thing, you got to take the high road. This is where you take the high road. No, we're going to go even lower. We're going to call you a poop head. And yeah, I guess I have poop opinions. And then he does like all the stupid, like, oh, look at me pose with my muscles. And they're all like, just, they love it. And then we see the 2011 reboot, which that show was amazing. It did have some shipping issues, but that was like a 2000, that was a cartoon during that time where everyone had to be with everybody. But then we see a skeleton Panthro and everyone was like, what the F is that all about? The voice actor died. So everyone was like, is that what that is? But then people like, oh, there was a comic book where like Panthro was dead and it was just like his skeletons. People saying that's a reference to that. Seeing how irreverent they were in this episode, I don't think it was a reference to that comic book. It was literally a reference to, haha, he's dead. How do you like that? End of the episode. Like I said, this is what I would have done. They go to you take the whole petition section out of the episode. It's stupid. They get to Thundercats Roar and they're going to fight. It should go back and forth. But then Mumm-Ra is like, haha, the Thundercats are distracted. I'm going to take over Third Earth. So he goes to go do something and they realize they have to work together to defeat Mumm-Ra and they learn to gain respect for each other. Am I crazy into thinking that would have done so much more for Thundercats Roar than pooping? I'll use the word pooping on all the fans. Well, that'd have been fun to watch, or at least interesting in some way. And then, you do the whole thing like you pair off all the heroes, and then, like, oh, you're so silly, you're so stupid. But then he sees that, Panthro is a strong fighter, and that's what you do. I don't know. How is making fun of the fans and calling them stupid, and then even mentioning that, oh, this isn't ham-fisted at all, and it totally is. I don't like that kind of comedy. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm acting like an idiot. Isn't it funny that I'm acting like an idiot? No, it's not. It's not funny. It's pathetic. But yeah, so that's that. Never in my life did I see a crossover episode that was just a commercial. Nothing more than a crappy late night infomercial for a terrible show that already got canceled. So good job. You did it. You got people to go see Thundercats Roar. Wait a minute. No, you didn't. No one saw this garbage. So whatever. This thing is awful, and I feel bad for everyone who worked on this and animated it. I have to feel that some of these people had to know that this was a terrible idea, but you have to do what your Warner Brother, overlords tell you to do. But next up, reviews will be back to regular Roar episodes, but I just wanted to get this one out there. And thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one. Crimson Saint here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.